Shabbat Shalom once again, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome back to the second half of Beulah Land at Temple Kifarim classes. We have a lineup today. Chief Eleazer, I believe it is, but Chief Shema is going to be teaching soon. We're going to start off first with a video that we have for you all. And some of you may have seen a piece of it, but we added a few elements or a few pictures and videos to it with what Prince was speaking of first part of the class, what we're putting together, so the signal and things will be more clear for you all. Getting Wi-Fi over at the Mishkan or the Knesset, so you're going to see the work that Prince and we had Brother Antoine helping, and I was like the apprentice. I was just there soaking all this knowledge and all this information that they were doing. So I'm going to bring that up for you all to check out. And after we do that, we're going to go into and finish a little bit of what Prince was presenting earlier. All right. So here we go. Let me bring it up. And did you all want to say anything about it before I press the video, Prince or Princess? About the video at all?
No, I don't have anything to mention right now.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it up, and we're going to check it out really quickly. All right.
Okay.
We're just adding to the video.
Mhm. Oh, so yeah, that's nice. That was really nice. That whole booth y'all just did for the electricity. Nice.
All
Need
right.
more videos.
Going to continue to add more as we
That
go.
was nice.
Hmm.
May the
Great
Most
job.
High be praised. We got a lot of work to do. We left off. All right. If there's anybody from earlier would like to thank the Most High for anything, just type it in the room and we'll get it up to the page. If there's anybody from earlier who got a commandment that you want to read, family, have read, type it in the room. We'll bring it up on the screen and we'll address those issues. But other than that, we're going to get started on Numbers, the 18th chapter, verse 21. And we're going to do that until the brother shows up that's going to be presenting on the second half of the class. He probably won't be here till 30, quarter to 4. Going to get started, pick up reading where we left off, close out that to go to the next chapter and get. All right? May the Most High be to the Rabbi. So we just left off dealing with Numbers 17 and 18. And within the two of those chapters, we saw how the Creator, the Father of us all, he establishes order and structure to be in the midst of us. And when we have that proper order and that structure, it causes our communities to fail. So we have to get that. We have to formulate everything that we do has to be structured, organized, and ran well. The most qualified people should be the people who are being put in positions to do the things that they are most qualified to do. Let me explain this to you, family. You are let's say you work at a factory. I've heard this story several times over. You work at a factory assembling cars, and you are one of the men who assemble the cars the quickest and is the most efficient, and you do a good job assembling cars. And then the boss come by and give you a promotion. He gives you a raise, but in that promotion, he makes you supervisor over the men in the building who assembles the cars. When you become supervisor, you may do a lousy job because you're not a good people's person. You don't know how to command men. So therefore, because you don't know how to command men, you're not a good supervisor. But yet, you were the best worker on the floor. So the one who might be best suited for your job might be the least person on the floor that's productive. But he knows how to command men. He knows how to get people to bring the best out of themselves while they're doing this particular thing. In Israel today, we don't get the person who is best qualified to do the job to do the job. We get people we like, we get people we're associated with, people we're familiar with, and we try to put them in positions as if they are superior and really productive in other fields. And that's not always the case. That's not always the case, family. So we have to remember that. When you're dealing with establishing something, you have to put the people that is most qualified in these positions in order for whatever it is that you're establishing to flow, to reach its fullest peak, to be as productive as possible. And that's where a lot of us fail because we don't do those things. We don't concern ourselves with those things. And it creates a problem for a lot of us. All right. So whenever we're doing things, we have to leave out favoritism and friendships. And we have to really deal with those who are most qualified to do whatever the assignment is that they have to do. So Korah and Dathan and the rest of the brothers, 250 of them, who were not as qualified as Moshe, rose up against Moshe to try to take down Moshe and have him removed from the pecking order. But they couldn't do that because Moshe was chosen by the Almighty to do a job. Aharon was chosen by the Almighty to do a job. So when the others felt like they can do that job or better, it wasn't for them to do. They came up against the established leadership that the Creator put in order, and the Most High dealt with them. We today, family, we have to be careful in how we do what we do and who we show our support to. And you can't show your support because of favoritism. You show your support because this individual is great at what it is that he's doing. All right? So don't always think that the person that, that's amazing, because we had asked this brother to come up and do a teaching portion. And the brother's response was, well, I'm good at this, but I'm not good at that. And I applaud that brother for being as honest as he was, because he knew where his greatness resided, and he didn't want to step outside of that, which he shouldn't. He should stay where he's best utilized to serve this nation. He should stay right there, and that's what he chose to do. So we have to acknowledge that, because a lot of people who are not in good positions want to stand up in the forefront as if they are, and they flop, because that's not what they're meant. So let's get started with the readings, family. We heard enough about the order and structure and how the Most High establishes the house of Israel. Everything that the Father does, he does with accuracy and precision. Everything has to be organized. Everything has to flow to a certain pattern, to a certain method, to a certain procedure in order for it to be successful. Because the moment chaos steps in, the moment confusion sets in, the moment that doubt sets in, many things will be destroyed. And we have to understand that. That's not a good thing for us to involve ourselves in, that confusion and chaos part. We have to have this thing disciplined in order and move appropriately according to how the Most High has for things to be established. So if you're not a teacher, don't act like a teacher. If you're not a leader, don't act like a leader. If you're not going to serve the Creator, don't act like you're going to serve the Creator, because you'll take a lot of people down with you all. All right? So let's read on. Emi, are you ready?
Okay. So we are continuing in Numbers by Midbar, chapter 18, verse 21. And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the 10th in Yisrael for an inheritance, for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. Neither must the children of Yisrael henceforth come nigh the tabernacle of the congregation, lest they bear sin and die.
Let me address this issue. This chapter starts off by saying, to Levi, I have given every 10th. And a 10th, this conversation can go on for hours about a 10th. A 10th is your increase. So as you increase, the Creator requires a 10th of all that you to come back to Him. Meaning the ones who are doing the works to bring your word, to teach you about the Most High, to in the Most High's capacity as spiritual leaders and organizers and all those types of things in any capacity toward the Creator. You're supposed to give a 10th so that that can continue on. Had we not given that 10th, Yisrael would have been destroyed a long time ago. If every individual was worried about his individual self and not the community and the governing order of the community, we wouldn't have survived, family. So you have to think today, we're in this position, we might be making money. The money you might be making might not be that much. But Do you take a tenth of those monies, those proceeds, and give back to the house of the Most High? If you don't, that's something for you to consider. Do you take a tenth of the properties that you might and dedicate that to the Most High to serve, where you might take that property and allow the underprivileged to live in, where they don't pay the full value. They just pay a small portion because they can't afford it. You know, do you think about giving a tenth of the Most High of an increase of your food that you grow in your backyard or your front yard or the side of your house? Do you think about giving a tenth of that back to the Creator? Because everything that we do as we increase, a tenth of that increase should go back to the Most High in some capacity. That's what a tithe is. A tithe is a tenth, and it doesn't necessarily mean money. A lot of people misconstrue it that way, but it doesn't. It means as you increase in whichever way that you're increasing, you give a tenth of that back to the Almighty. Usually our tenth or our tithes was paid with vegetables, food, animals, all those things. And when we gave that tenth, we brought it right to the house of worship. And we gave it to the Levites, and that was their portion. That was their pay. That's what they received. There's a whole lot of things dealing with charity that we're supposed to do to the Levites, for the leader of our people, that I know today we don't do. And we don't do it basically today because we're not mindful of the things that we are supposed to do. We are supposed to share with our people, especially the people who have our best interests in mind. People who are sacrificing, striving to see us do better in life by sacrificing things in their lives to see our lives to be successful by way of the Most High. Read on, please.
Okay. Bamidbar, chapter 18, verse 24.
23.
23. But the Levites shall do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they shall bear their iniquity. And they shall bear their iniquity, it shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that among the children of Yisrael they have no inheritance. But the tithes of the children of Yisrael, which they offer as a heave offering unto the Creator, I have given to the Levites to inherit. Therefore I have said unto them, among the children of Yisrael they shall have no inheritance.
Now
And the
you
Most
have
High,
to remember that a heave offering is a free will offering. It's something that you give voluntarily. The leadership, the priesthood, the king, they shouldn't have to ask you for that. And that's not even a part of the taxes that you may pay from being that community or being a part of that kingdom. That has nothing to do with a heave offering. A heave offering is something out of love. It's a free will offering that's not required of you, that you just want to give. That's where a lot of us make mistakes, because we don't understand that. But that's, in essence, is what it is. It's something that you give of your own accord to go toward the works of the Creator, just out of love, not out of command, just out of love, simple love. Read on, please.
came. Verse 25. And the Most High spoke unto Moshe, saying, Thus speak unto the Levites, and say unto them, when ye take of the children of Yisrael the tithes which I have given you from them for your inheritance, then ye shall offer up an heave offering of it for the Most High, even a tenth part of the tithe. And this your heave offering shall be reckoned unto you, as though it were the corn of the threshing floor, and as the fullness of the winepress. Thus ye shall
that word heave often is, I believe it's teruma. I believe it is. Teruma is something that you should be willing to give. It's a special offering, like a gift, like something that you have decided this is what you want to do. It's not anything that's commanded of you. Read on, please.
in Bamidbar, Numbers chapter 18, verse 28. Thus ye also shall offer an heave offering unto the Most High of all your tithes, which ye receive of the children of Yisrael, and ye shall give thereof the Most High's heave offering to Aharon the priest. Out of all your gifts ye shall offer every heave offering of the Most High, of all the best thereof, even the hallowed part thereof out of it. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, when ye have heaved the best thereof from it, then it shall be counted unto the Levites as the increase of the threshing floor and as the increase of the winepress.
Now I want to focus and cause you to pay special attention to these offerings. The Most High don't want you to just give anything because you're able to give anything. He wants you to get the best of whatever you're giving. You understand what I'm saying? If you give that heave offering, first that tenth, that tithes, he don't want you to give that tithe and, oh man, I don't really feel like doing this. Man, I don't want to get this up. I don't really want to do this. No, that's not what the Most High is saying. He doesn't want you to give if you don't want to give. He wants you to give freely of your own volition. This is something that you feel inside your essence that you want to do. So if you're looking and you're saying, well, Prince is saying, I got to give him this and that, then you don't, it's not for you to give. It's not the spirit that the Most High wants you to do anything in. But let me be clear on this, just so that it's understood what's taking place. That heave offering and that tithes is meant for the priest and the priest alone. That's what that money, those gifts, that tithe, that offering, that's what it's meant for the priest, because the priest had no inheritance with the people. Today, we don't have an established priesthood. There is no priesthood. And if we had a priesthood established, they will be doing the job that we're doing right now by teaching the Creator's people. So we're actually kind of like standing in that position of the priesthood, but we're not claiming to be priests. Therefore, we safe. I'm not saying that I'm a priest, and I keep that far from my tongue, because that's not what I'm saying. But we are responsible at this time as leadership to feed the Most High's people. Now that's what we're doing. The only thing that we need from the family is cooperation, help, support, loyalty, commitment, trust, and love. And if any nation can get that from its people, that nation will prosper and become great. Keep that in mind, family. The next time that you receive something, income of any type, of any kind of increase, you look around and you think about how you can give that tenth or a free will offering to the Creator. You figure out a way to make that happen. And however you see fit in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, then that's what you do. But don't never sit back and have and don't share with others who are less fortunate than you, who don't have what you have. Don't gloat it all to yourself and then look back at others and make them beg for your help or support. That's not of righteousness. And that's not how the Most High wants for us to be. Read on, please.
Verse, I'm sorry.
32.
Verse 29. 32?
Yes, you're on 32, ain't you?
No, I'm on 30.
Okay, my apologies.
No problem. Bamidbar, Numbers 18, chapter 18, verse 30. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, when ye have heaved the best thereof from it, then it shall be counted unto the Levites as the increase of the threshing floor and as the increase of the winepress. And ye shall eat in every place, ye and your households, for it is your reward for your service in the tabernacle of the congregation. And ye shall bear no sin by reason of it, when ye have heaved from it the best of it. Neither shall ye pollute the holy things of the children of Israel, lest ye die.
Now, that last part is extremely important. Ye shall not profane or pollute the holy things of the people of the Most High, lest you die. What that means is that the people are really putting their lives in the hands of their leadership. So if their leadership, like my niece was on here earlier, she said a lot of leaders, a lot of teachers, they talk what they don't live in their lives. That's polluting. That's polluting the most holy, because people put their trust in you that they can hear the word of the Most High from you. They give you that opportunity in their lives. And for you to betray them, for you to defraud them, and not be living to be your very best, as your teachings say, then you yourself are guilty of that. You yourself has profaned the holy things of the Most High's people. And the Most High says, if you do that, you can die. So I warn you again. I caution you again. I caution you again. Anybody standing in a position of leadership or want to be a leader, you have to be real careful how delicately you treat this assignment that you're taking on, because it's not that simple. The Most High can take your life if you mislead people. I was just hearing a story the other day about this brother, this guy who was in a different walk of life. I mean, he was in this walk of life, but he was known to everyone to be the comforter of the Most High's people. People refer to him as the comforter. Now, this brother was accused, and I say accused because I didn't do the research. I don't know. I wasn't there. All I know is what was stated by the charges that they brought up against this brother. They say that this brother had millions of dollars. And they say that this brother was in position of leadership over the people, and people was honoring him to the highest degree, slightly worship. But they say that this brother was hoarding the money of all the people to himself. People would go out and work, and he had to give the majority of their monies over to the organization so that the organization can flourish. Now, I appreciate the fact that he had it established where people had a designated amount that they would give, because that's the only way things are going to grow in this captivity. The people that you're speaking to has the people be the people who help to support, unless you're getting outside grants and funding from another organization or some other method. So I'm not opposed to that. But what I'm opposed to is what you do with those funds once you start receiving them. Because if it's going into your bank account so you can drive a nice car, live in a nice house, and have nice clothes, and your people are not receiving the same type of benefit, something's wrong with that in my eyes, to my knowledge. So they locked this brother up. He went to jail for some time. Didn't last in jail for too long. He actually passed away. May the Most High bless his memory. He actually passed away in jail as he was incarcerated. Now, we can easily look at that and say, hey, see, that was a curse of the Creator. He's guilty of this because he misapplied the funds of the Most High's people. And that will be clearly spelled out here in the scriptures. But we will never really know why the Most High allowed him to pass away. And under that situation, he had just got exposed, supposedly. He had just got exposed, and he had all these charges facing him. A lot of the people who was in his covenant, they came and testified against him. I had one tell me a story of him the other day. But the whole situation is, we would never really know why the Most High allowed him to leave this place. We can make assumptions, but we really don't know. We really don't know. We do know that he was in a position of leadership, and we do know that according to the information that they put out, he was defrauding the people and using their monies for a different gain. That's what the information says. But we, even in all of that stuff that they call evidence, we still cannot say that the Most High took him out for that reason, because we don't know that unless the Most High told you that himself. So may the Most High be praised. May the Most High be glorified. May the Most High be honored at all times. Those of us who sit in position of leadership, we cannot profane the holy things of the people of the Most High. And people give you their hard-earned money, you can't just do whatever you want to do with that. This is one of the reasons why I don't understand why some people have been sitting at the foot of their leaders for so many years. I mean, 20 and 30 years even. And nothing in their lives have changed for the better that they can say was a direct result of being with that leadership. I don't understand it. And that's why I teach that every time you come to service, every time you have a Shabbat class, even if you have a unity Shabbat or a meeting where we just get together to talk about things, you should always leave that situation with something new to better your walk toward the Creator. Always. If not, somebody's not doing their job. And the first person we can think to point the finger at, it has to be the leadership. Because the leadership are responsible for the education of the people. Read on, please.
Bamidbar, Numbers, chapter 19, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moshe and unto Aharon, saying, This is the ordinance of the law which the Most High hath commanded, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring thee a red heifer without spot, wherein
Now
where
we're about to read something that's extremely important dealing with our nation. And this that we're about to read, a lot of it has been ignored through the nation of Israel for a reason that is too difficult to do. Let's read it. Let's see what this here law is speaking about.
verse 2. This is the ordinance of the law which the Most High has commanded, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring thee a red heifer without spot, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came yoke. And ye shall give her unto Eleazer the priest, that he may bring her forth without the camp, and one shall slay her before his face. And Eleazar the priest shall take of her blood with his finger, and sprinkle of her blood directly before the tabernacle of the congregation 7 times. And one shall burn the heifer in his sight, her skin, and her flesh, and her blood, with her dung shall he burn. And the priest shall
Therefore,
take...
you had to burn it whole, complete. Even with his feces, you had to burn it all up. Read on, please.
Okay, verse 6. And the priest shall take cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet, and cast it into the midst of the burning of the heifer. Then the priest shall wash his clothes, and he shall bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp, and the priest shall be unclean until the evening. And he that burneth her shall wash his clothes in water, and bathe his flesh in water, and shall be unclean until the even. And a man that is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer, and lay them up without the camp in a clean place, and it shall be kept for the congregation of the children of Israel for a water of separation. It is a purification for sin.
Now, this waters of separation or purification was to be kept up for the purpose of being a purifier for the sins of the children of Israel. If you became unclean by any of the reasons that we are about to read, there was a way for you to be forgiven. There was a way for you to be purified. There was a way for you to be cleansed. Now we're about to read the methods that one can become unclean by, and then the proper procedures that one can be cleansed, have their sin remiss from them. Pay attention, family, because this is very important. And this is where a lot of Israel fall off at, because they do not teach this. They do not live this. And some do teach it, but don't live it. This is where a lot of Israel make their mistakes when we talk about how righteous we stand before the Creator. Read on, please.
Okay. Midbar, Numbers 19, verse, I believe I'm in 10. And he that gathereth the ashes of the heifer shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. And it shall be unto the children of Israel and unto the stranger that sojourneth among them for a statute forever.
So
He
it's
that
not
toucheth,
just for you. It's not just for you, the children of Israel. It's also for the stranger that walks in the way of the Most High with you. It's also for them as well. Read on, please. This is how severe it is. Read on.
verse 11. He that toucheth the dead body of any man shall be unclean 7 days. He shall purify himself with it on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day shall be clean. But if he purify not himself the 3rd day, then the 7th day he shall not be clean.
What did that just say?
It
Anyone
said,
who touches the dead body of any man shall be unclean for 7 days. And if you're not sprinkled on that 3rd day and the 7th day, then you are perpetually unclean. Ask yourself, family, what leader do you know have ever tortured you that clean if you touch a dead body of a man? And that not only are you unclean, but there's a process that you have to go through to become clean. So let's think about this for a minute, family, because maybe it might be that you haven't thought this hard on a situation like this. When you become unclean, you're not supposed to approach the Creator at all. When you become unclean for any reason, you're not supposed to make prayer. You're not supposed to go to the house of worship. You're not supposed to touch certain people to make them unclean. When you become unclean, there are things that you cannot do that you would normally do in a clean state. So we're dealing with the uncleanness of a dead body. So now you become unclean from a dead body. What are the procedures for you to become clean? You have to be sprinkled with waters of purification on the 3rd and the 7th day. So if you touch a dead body, that means that you are now unclean. As funerals, in the same place where they worship, they bring the dead bodies. These are the things that they do. They'll bring the dead body remains in the same place where they worship the Almighty. And then they'll have a whole around that situation, around that dead body. They'll have a whole service. First of all, if they was worshiping the Most High in that house, they not bring a dead body in there. Shouldn't bring a dead body in there. And you have the day and 7th day, and then be clean. But a lot of people don't teach that, because a lot of people enforce that, because a lot of people think it's too difficult for us to do in a land of activity. But I say to do what the Most High laws require of us, not just what we find easy and acceptable in our own minds. I'm going to leave it off at that. My brother's here now, so I'm going to let my Roche introduce the brother, and we're going to move forward. Gotten something out of this lesson to help to educate High King. Toda Rabbah made the most. Can't hear you, Rosh. Rosh, hear you.
Salakli. I was saying powerful continuation of the lesson that you left off with earlier. All right, family, we're going to continue and proceed with our guest speaker. I want everyone to give him a Shabbat Shalom. Chief Shema Eleazer. He's going to bring to us a powerful lesson or presentation today. And the floor is yours whenever you're ready. I know you look like you're still getting ready, so I don't want to just, but like you're still getting ready a little bit. But I don't know if Prince, if you had anything to say as he's getting ready or not. Unless you are ready, Chief Shema. All right. I think you're muted. Let me unmute you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to give all honor and praise to the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the great, mighty, and revered God, the Most High God, who bestows loving kindness, possesses all things, who remembers the pious deeds of the patriarchs, the Most High, slow of anger, great in kindness, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, by no means clear the guilty. Visit the iniquities of fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation. The Most High, his work is perfect, for all his ways of justice, a God of faithfulness, and without iniquity, just and right is he. Giving due respect and honor to the head and the prince, Rosh Shama, Prince Nasi Kez, the sisters, Efua, and all who's on the platform. I want to grant you guys a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, I'm gonna go into Numbers 15, and when we read this book shows us the ways and the mentality of the Creator. This book shows us the ways and the mentality that the Creator has accepted. And this is why this book been preserved for so many years, because we still have a way to get back in good graces with the Creator, with the Most High, by reading the book and putting these things into action with oneself. So we read the book to acquire the mentality of our forefathers and the ways and the customs of our forefathers, so that we can receive some type of attention, so that we can grasp the Creator's attention. All right. So we're going to go into Numbers 15. Numbers 15, verse 27. No, let's go to verse 25.
Did you want someone to read
Hello?
for you, Chief?
Yes, King, please. Yes, please.
Does it matter the translation, or could I read?
No, it don't matter. You can read it in English.
All right. Numbers chapter 15, verse 25.
Okay.
Would you like me to pull it on the screen for them to see as well? Just go ahead and read.
It's good. You can leave it the way it is, or you can put it on the screen. Don't matter.
Okay. Verse 25, and it reads, "The priest shall make expiation for the whole Israelite community, and they shall be forgiven. For it was an error, and for their error they have brought their offering, an offering by fire to the Most High, and their sin offering before the Most High."
Okay. Sin offering before the Most High for their ignorance. Okay. Now, first of all, in order to have a priest, the priest has to be consecrated. If there's no consecration, then we shouldn't be having no priests. the priest has to be constant. There's a whole consecration that comes with having a priest. You can't be promoted to be a priest. You can't be, none of that goes down, because, and the only way to make an atonement for iniquities, we needed a priest. Okay? So now I ask myself, we have not went through the whole what should I call it? The whole ritual, or not a ritual, but the whole procedure, of Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement, to make atonement for your iniquities. When we fast, afflict our souls for the sins that we have committed, and then the priest will mention the iniquities of the nation upon the head of the scapegoat. Upon the head of that scapegoat, and that scapegoat is let loose by a fit man into the field. We're not going through those procedures. So the only way to get rid of iniquity, yes, we continue to fast, but just by me fasting don't mean that I'm starting a clean slate. It don't mean that, because we don't have the high priest to go through with the same procedure. So my thing is, or what I read in the book is, do not sin presumptuously. When we sin presumptuously, it means that we do things knowingly, knowing that is a violation in the laws and the commandments of God. When we do things that we are in violation of the Most High. Okay? Now, what are the violations? The Most High already stated the violations. The violations is already in the book. So we have to use the book as a blueprint, as our blueprint. Okay? Now, when it said through error, it mentioned the word through error. And the word that is used in the Hebrew is shagat, shin gimel hey. It means through error. It means to sin through error, unintentionally, or inadvertence. In error, meaning we have no knowledge of it. I didn't know I violated. I didn't know I transgressed, right? But who's transgressing by error? Who's transgressing by error? Most of our transgressions and our violations, we know of our violations, and we still do it. We put the laws and the commandments of God in the back burner. Okay, let's read. What verse we at? That's 20. That's 20 what? 26 now, right?
1 into 26. Okay.
Go ahead, Tom Street.
The whole Israelite community and the stranger residing among them shall be forgiven, for it happened to the entire people through error. In case it is an individual who has sinned unwittingly, that person shall offer a she-goat in its first year as a sin offering. Okay,
it says, and it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Israel, and the stranger that sojourned among them. Right? Who was the strangers? The stranger was ones that was not of Israel descent. All right, but they have took on the ways of God. So now the stranger has to be treated as one that was born amongst us, homeborn. Okay, and I noticed something amongst Israel, period. The mentality of these people and what I see today is that they said, and I'm hearing that if you are not if you ain't black, you ain't Israel. That's not true. That's not true, because the first nation, the first world was black. The Canaanites, all them 7 Hamitic nations was black. Okay, the color change didn't come about until after a certain time. But I read in one part of the book where it says, he said, my people shall hear my voice. He said, a stranger will not follow. and why I voiced that. And then there was another time where Ezra or Nehemiah asked for birth records of where you came from. Huh? Okay? So if a Puerto Rican or a white man or a person that's Oriental, when these people have taken heed to the laws and the commandments of God, we got to treat these people right. We can't treat these people as these people has taken on the ways of God. So we have to treat them as one born among us. We can't treat them with no indifference. Why? He said, because he said, don't treat the stranger, don't vex the stranger. He said, because you was a stranger in Egypt, which means you know the heart of a stranger. You know the heart of a stranger because you've been through Israel. So therefore, what? Is also go about meaning what? A treatment. There's a treatment that comes when we're serving the Creator, when we're doing these laws, commandments, and statutes, because these laws is concerning each other. All these laws is telling you and telling me what I should do to you, what I shouldn't do to you, what you should do to me, and what you shouldn't do to me. Okay, let's read.
28. And the priest shall make an atonement for the soul that sinneth ignorantly, when he sinneth by ignorance before the Most High, to make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. 29. Ye shall have one law for him that sinneth through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them.
Times 3.
But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously,
but the soul that does aught presumptuously. The word for presumptuously is beyad ramah, means with a high hand. Huh? It means with a high hand. And what is a high hand? Having or showing no regard for the Creator, the rights or concerns or feelings of others. When you don't consider the things that the Most High considers. We don't have no regard for the things that the Creator have regard for. And that's our problem, man. And it also goes in concerns, right? Concerns or feelings of others, of my brother. I'm not going to do this because I may offend this brother. I'm not going to say this because I may offend this brother, or I may offend this sister, or I may offend that person. We can't be offensive in our ways, okay? Another definition for regard, right? It also goes into arbitrary and overbearing, right? So now, when you don't regard how the Creator feels about an unrighteous deed that you've done, and the only way we can do that, we have to have a conscience. You have to have a conscience. Because if you don't have a conscience, then it's not going to be a burden on your mind about about the things that you did to offend the Creator. And a person with a conscience will make amends. A person with a conscience will make amends for his wrongdoings against God, against the Most High, and against his brother. Okay? So now, what is arbitrary? Right? So now to regard means what? Showing a lack of respect for the Most High. Showing respect for the Most High is when you agree and accept the laws to be right and correct. So what is arbitrary? Arbitrary is when you act without thought. When you do things, but you don't think about what you're doing. You don't think about what I'm doing. I may offend this person or hurt this person, or I may offend God, offend the Most High. So therefore, okay? When you act without thought of what is fair or right, done without evidence. You know how many people condemn other people or condemn people without evidence or proof? They condemn them according to their feelings and how they feel. And how you feel don't count. Your emotions don't count. The only thing that counts is the laws and the commandments of God. Okay? Now, the Most High told us where to channel our emotions. He said, love me. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, soul, and might. Nobody gets that. My wife don't get that. My children don't get that, because at any given time, I may have to divorce her if she go against the Creator. At any given time, I may have to push my children away because of them going against the Creator. The only one that gets that is the Creator, is the Most High. So now overbearing, right? Overbearing, okay? You will begin to assert your will over other people in an arrogant way. The only thing that you're supposed to be asserting is the will of God, is the will of the Most High. That's the only will you assert, is the will of the Most High. You put your foot down with that. There's no talking over or trying to settle with the will of the Creator. Tamshi, read.
30. But the soul of that doeth out presumptuously, slackly, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth the Most High. And that
The same reproacheth the Most High. Certain things we do in life causes us to be cut off. Certain things we do in life causes us to be cut off. Now, the word for reproach is gadef. Gimel dalet feet. It means to insult. He said the same has reproached the Most High. The same has insulted the Most High. The same has blasphemed the Most High. So now we have to go into these words. I like to go into the Hebrew word, find out what the word means in Hebrew, and then go into English so I can have a clearer understanding of what not to do to offend my God, to offend the Most High, or to offend my brother. So therefore, to blaspheme means what? When you have no respect for what the Creator has respect for. That's the problem. You know why? Because a lot of people get angry and they move off the emotions. And they put the Most High aside. But blame you, and then defecate on the laws and the commandments of the Creator. The Creator did not offend you. That person, look, the Creator didn't offend you. Why do people like to use other people and mention other people for the reason why they thrust and put the Creator to the side, right? It also reproach it means to express disapproval. That's when you refuse to accept. I had a person where I'm explaining certain laws, certain commandments to the person, and they expressed that disapproval with the laws and the commandments of the Creator. I said, listen, we have to be careful with our speech and the things that we say out of our mouth, because realize one thing. Do we know why the Creator was angry with Job's friends? They didn't do anything. He was angry with them because of the words that was coming, the things that they were saying out of their mouth. It was offensive to the Creator. So we can offend the Most High with our speech and the things I say out of our mouth, out of your mouth. So we got to watch our speech and the things that we say. So now, what took place now? Right? It says, now, it says what verse am I?
30.
30. Okay, the same reproacheth the Most High, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people, right? The word that they use for cut off, if I'm not mistaken, it is, right, nikrita. Neked is the root word. Neked means to cut off, which means cut off. Neked means to alienate, to betray, to estrange, to deny. So when we do certain things that brings about you being cut off, you will begin to alienate yourself. What does alienate means? To cause someone to feel to isolate him or herself. Now, all of a sudden now, I can't be around this no more. I gotta go. I gotta separate myself. What are you doing in your life that's causing you to move in that fashion against the Creator? Because our actions is what cause us to move in the ways in ways that is not accepted by the Most High. Our actions that we have done against the Most High's laws. To estrange means what? To cause a person to be no longer close. To cause one to break that bond, that covenant between you and the Creator. Okay? Then you have another definition. It means antagonistic. Antagonistic is a feeling of opposition to go against the Most High. To go against the Most High. The Most High will stir those feelings up within you. Now, all of a sudden, you doing things that's contrary and opposite from what you read here in the book. But we cause this on ourselves with our actions. Okay? To deny and to betray. To deny is when one refuses to admit the truth or the existence. To betray means to be unfaithful to the Most High. Failure to repent, to acknowledge. Sin is betrayal to the Creator. That's what sin is. When you betray the Most High. Tom Street. 31, verse 31.
Luckily, 31. Because he has despised the word of the Most High and have broken his commandment.
Because he had despised the what? The word of the Most High.
And have broken his commandment.
And has broken his commandment. So now let's dig into that word, despise. Despise, the Hebrew word is bazah, beit zayin hey. It means to despise. It means, bazah also means contempt. All right? What is despise? To feel contempt or deep repugnance. Repugnance is when you contradict or show opposition to contend against or to resist the word of the Creator. Okay? Now, contempt means what? That is willful disobedience to the Most High. Which means you are doing these things against the laws and the commandments of the Creator willfully, knowingly, knowing that you're wrong, but you still do it. Knowing the laws and the commandments of the Creator, but you still allow your children to do things contrary from what the Most High said because you love them more than Him, more than the Most High. Huh? You love them more than the Creator. Okay? That's wrong. It's not good. Now, to despise means what? To look down on with contempt. Aversion. Aversion is a feeling of repugnance with a desire to avoid or turn from the Creator. Okay? What is that, 31? It said, and had broken his commandment, that soul shall utterly be cut off. His iniquity shall be upon him. Huh? His iniquity shall be upon him. Okay? The word for broken is hepad. Hey, pay, race. Hepad means to break, to violate, to void, to nullify. He said he had broken the commandments of the Most High. Now, when you break the commandments of the Creator, you weaken the cogency. Okay? When you break these laws, you weaken the cogency. What is the cogency? The cogency, we all have cogency in us. Cogent. It's That's a power. Having the power to constrain oneself. Having the strength to hold oneself back from violation of the commandments of the Creator. So now when we sin against the Creator, it weakens you. And I'm not able to rule my spirit to hold myself back from doing the things that the Creator hate and despise. You understand? You understand? So now, what else? Okay, cogency, violate, fail to keep it observed. Okay, to break, to violate, to void, to nullify. He said he shall utterly be cut off. He karet. He says iniquity is in him. It's a part of you, which means what? Your sins and the things, because I'm living in a way of iniquity, it's gonna become my genetic makeup. See, before we sin against the Creator, it comes to your mind first. It comes here first. Before Eve ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, it came here first. But then the serpent beguiled her and tricked her into eating the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which was in the midst of that garden. Okay? After she ate from it, she gave to Adam. Adam ate from it. So now death is into the world now. Now we all must die. I said, now we all must die. But listen to this now. The Creator gives all of us choices. He even gave Adam and Eve a choice. He gave them a command. He said, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. But that tree that's in the midst, he said, leave that alone. He said, don't touch it. He said, don't eat from it, lest he said, yes, ye die. Now, one thing I gotta say now, and I'm hearing this amongst Israel, brothers is calling Eve a liar. Because why they said Eve lied is because she said, the Most High said, don't touch it. But why is she called a liar when lying wasn't in her? She didn't know what lying is. This woman is innocent. She haven't partake of the tree of knowledge of good and evil as of yet. She's conversing with the serpent. Eve's not a liar. And we got to be careful how we speak about these people in the book. I hear brothers say and call Saul wicked, when Saul could count the amount of things that he did on one hand. But we can't count what we did on one hand. We are nowhere near the standards of King Saul. Saul only violated twice, when he did not accept the commandments, when he did not follow the command of the Creator. When the Most High told him, he said, go and kill him. Go and kill the Amalekites. Don't bring nothing back. That's one way he messed up. And when he consorted of the witch of Endor. What other times did he mess up? Name it. We can't name it. But then these same people that can't count the things that they have done offensive to the Creator call Saul wicked. Be careful of the things that you say with these people, the elect and the chosen one of the Creator. They was put here for our examples. And these men and the woman that was put here, that we read about, was put here for examples. And they was able, and we were able to read about these people to see what the Creator accept and what he don't accept. How you can draw his attention towards you and how you can push the Creator's attention away from you. Let's read it.
32.
Time sheet.
And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day.
Okay.
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moshe and Aharon and unto all the congregation. And it put him in ward, because it was not declared that should have been done to him.
Okay, now a lot of people, a lot of brothers, I run across them a lot, and they have different terminologies about the book. But you know what's the problem? We have a problem leaving it for what it is, leaving it for what it says. The Most High, and he didn't get, look, he got caught gathering sticks. Some brothers say, oh, he got caught gathering sticks because his intentions was to kindle a fire. He didn't kindle a fire on the Sabbath day. So that's not why he got put in ward. He got put in ward because, and then it doesn't, and one thing, the Most High don't move off of intentions. Oh, my intentions was to kindle the fire, but I didn't kindle the fire. Why did he get put in ward? Because of the action, which is gathering sticks on the Sabbath day, which means, and this is why I don't gather. The word for gathering is kwashash. It means to gather. He was gathering sticks. He's in the field gathering sticks and gathering. I don't gather. I don't gather nothing. Why? Because I go according to what I read here in the book. I go according to what I read here in the book. Let me give you an example as far as gathering. Right? If I spill some rice, I'm not going to leave it in the middle of the floor so everybody can step on it. I would take it, to rust it to the side. I got to move it out the walking way. Put some paper towel over it so people can see not to step there. And I'm leaving it there until after Shabbat. I don't know, but some people move differently. Some people say, oh, I ain't going to leave it. I'm picking it up. That's just me. You know why? Because I don't have Moses. I don't have Aaron. There's no judges to inquire of the Creator to see, am I violating this law or not? Am I profaning the law or not by doing this? So to keep me in the clear, I'm not going to gather. I'm not going to do this. And it don't hurt me to just thrust it to the side and leave it there till the sunset. Another thing, I don't go outside. I don't walk past my threshold with nothing in my hand. Because in Nehemiah and in Jeremiah, it states plainly, you should not exit your house with a burden. Now, a burden does not depict the weight. When you look up the definition of burden, it means anything that is carried. So I don't carry nothing in my hand. If I have intentions or I have the feel to go to a camp, then I will make till I take my books and everything that I have to carry to the camp. And then I have it there when I go there so that I don't have to leave my house with nothing in my hand, just to keep myself in the clear. Everybody move different. That's why we separated. That's why we are separated, because everybody has their own terminology about what the book says, but they don't follow exactly what it says. Don't add on and don't tell me what you think. We're going to go by exactly what it says. It said you shouldn't exit your house. In the Hebrew, it states in Jeremiah 17, you shouldn't exit your house with a burden. I ain't leaving the house without no burden. And let's keep it like that, and let's push forward. But everybody come up with a decision and the terminology and opinions and ifs and buts. Oh, the Most High wasn't talking about that. I could walk out with my Bible. Then you go ahead. Walk out with your Bible and walk out whatever you want to walk out. I know what I'm going to do. Let's read it. So go ahead.
35. And Moses said unto Moshe, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the count. And all the congregation brought him without the count, and stoned him with stones, and he died, as the Most High commanded Moshe.
Now, mind you, you know when that went down, right? That didn't happen on Shabbat. They didn't do that. They didn't gather. They put him in ward. They put him in ward. Certain judgment did not go down on Shabbat. They put him in ward. They put him in ward. We're going to cut that. Let's chop that and let's go to Psalms 17. Let's go to Psalms chapter 17.
Verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Psalm 17, verse 1. Hear the right, O Most High. Attend unto my cry. Give ear unto my prayer that goeth not out of feigned lips.
Okay. Now we're going to learn the ways of the Most High. And we're going to learn ways that was accepted by the Most High. He said, hear. This is King David. He said, hear the right. And the word that is used for right in the Hebrew is zedek. Zedek means just, upright, which means if you ain't just and upright, there's no guarantee that the Creator is going to hearken to your prayer. Sometimes he may show you a little pity because he's all merciful and he has pity. But this is what King David said. He said, hear the right, the zedek, the just and the upright. Who are the just? Who is just? Conforming to a standard that is morally right by the Most High. Upright. Conform means to accept. Conform means to accept the will of the Creator. You know what's the problem? God, the Creator, the Creator said, he said, ye are holy people unto me. But the people never looked at themselves as being holy. You're a princess, sister, but she got to look at herself as a princess. You're a prince, but you got to look at yourself as a prince. For this thing here to work so that you can emanate and show righteousness. So he said to upright, meaning what? Conscientious, scrupulous, right? Conscientious is what? The feeling of obligation to make right that which was done wrong. So when you are in the wrong, you have to, what comes after that is that you have to develop some type of feeling to rectify your wrongdoing. When you don't feel that way, then you're no good. You're not just. You don't have a conscience. I offended my brother, and I have a problem going to the brother that I offended and apologizing. I offended the Most High, and I have a problem rectifying what I've done against the Creator's laws, commandments, and statutes. You had two brothers, Cain and Abel, right? Cain and Abel. Before the Most High accepted Abel, what was said before that? He said, before the Most High accepted Abel's offering, what was said before that? He said, I accepted Abel and I accepted his offering. I did not accept Cain, so I did not accept his offering. Right? Didn't specify what Cain did or what he did to cause the Creator not to accept him. Okay? And how did Abel know that his offering was accepted? Was the only way the Most High showed that he accepted his offering. Look at the time of King Solomon. When King Solomon set up that prayer, after he built up the temple, what came from heaven and ate and sucked up the whole offering? Fire! Wow, God, the Creator accepted it, showed acceptance. So when you have that offering, Abel had a reaction, but Cain didn't get no reaction. Therefore, he knew that he wasn't in good standards with the Creator. Mind you, the setup of the offerings was not set up yet. Cain brought up fruits. Abel brought up the flock. But because Abel was in good standards with the Creator, he moved you in a correct and righteous path. The idea from Cain was correct to set up an offering because iniquity was already amongst them from in the time of Adam and Eve when they ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And I'm hearing this, and I gotta clear it. The trees are not beings. I wish Israelites stopped saying this. Nowhere in the book that says that the trees was human beings. Nowhere in the book states that Adam had another wife. Nowhere that stays, none of that says, I don't read that here. But that's what people are saying. That he had another wife called Lilith. I don't read that there. And I wish people stop saying things against the Creator. One thing we got to realize, man. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Those laws came strictly out of the mouth of the Creator. Huh? Strictly out the mouth of the Creator. So when you disagree with those books, with those laws that we read out of those first 5 books, you disagree with the Most High. You disagree with the Most High. So you got to relinquish and get rid of your feelings and your emotions, because your feelings and your emotions is not towards the right and the correct thing. So now what the Most High told Cain, he said, if you do good, I will exalt you. I will regard you. He said, but if you don't do good, then sin lie at the door, and unto thee shall it be your desire. But the Most High said, you can rule it. How am I able to rule iniquity if I sin presumptuously? You're going to succumb to it. You're going to give in. So in order to rule the iniquity, sin is a spirit. You can't see sin. The only person that can see that is the Creator. And when we transgress, we affect our spirit, which leaves a breach, which leaves an opening for more sin to come in. So the Most High said, Ta'tib. He said, if you do good, if you Ta'tib, right? Which means what? To rectify your wrongdoing against the Most High, I have to improve. Yes, fast, pray for the sin that I've committed, put on sackcloth, right? Show your humbleness before the Most High. But now, because I have done this offensive thing against the Creator, now I have to add something in to show that I'm sorry for violating this law, O Most High. So from here on in, I'm a fast for 2 days. I'm a fast for 2 days for the rest of my life to rectify what I've done against your laws. Not saying you have to fast, but do something. Add some type of law in your life that can rectify your wrongdoing with the Most High. Okay? Now the word scrupulous. Scrupulous means very concerned to avoid doing wrong. You're concerned. You don't want to violate the Creator. You don't want to end up doing things that put you in violation with the laws and the commandments of the Creator. Tom Sheet, let's read.
Verse 2. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence. Let thine
let my
eyes
what?
Let thy my sentence come
My
forth
sentence.
from thy presence.
Okay,
Let
so now let me go back. I have messed us. All right. He said, give ear unto my prayer that goeth not out of faint lips. Faint lips is deceitful lips. You're a liar. You're a deceiver. And here you go bending the knees, sending up prayers. God is not going to hearken to that prayer because those prayers is coming out the lips of a liar. And when we lie, right? Okay, it said the Most High said a liar will not tarry in my sight, right? Am I correct? So now when we read in the Hebrew where it says a liar cannot tarry in my sight, okay? Let me read it in the Hebrew so you get a better understanding. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's Psalms 101. There you go. There you go. It says, it says, he that telleth lies shall not tarry in my sight. Okay? Now it says, Dober Shekwarim. Okay? He that speaketh lies, Lo Yikun. Right? Yikun. Yod Kaf Wav Nun. You know what that word means? He that telleth lies will not be firm. He that telleth lies will not be prepared. So when you tell lies, it weakens you with the Creator. You ain't gonna have the strength to push for the Creator's laws, commandments, and statutes because you're a liar. And that weakens you. Let's go, where we at? Let's read, okay. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence, and let thine eyes behold the things that are equal. He said, let your eyes behold the things that are equal. Me sharim, mem yod shin resh yod mim sofi, me sharim. It means, he said, behold the things that are equal. You know what me sharim means? It means evenness, equity. What is equity? Equity means being fair and impartial. Being fair and impartial. You can't substantiate and solve a matter if you don't have two or more witnesses. And I don't want to hear nothing from a person that wasn't there or don't know what took place or what happened. So therefore, I don't want to hear nothing from you neither because you wasn't there. You're basing this off for likes. I don't like that, brother. And he always been that way. And you talking. No. We don't solve matters like that. We go according to what the book says. That's it. That's it. The book still stands. People want to relinquish the laws and the commandments of the Creator. The Most High said, if once that man write that bill of divorce, however he writes it, that ain't no bill of divorce. This is a divorce. He wrote it, right? You shouldn't have wrote it. You shouldn't have wrote it. But then you okay, when I get married, and this is why it's not good to be promiscuous and sleeping around. Because again, the laws of the Creator stands. And the Creator said, what consummate the marriage is sex. But what comes with marriage? I gotta have a house. I gotta be able to take care of her. I gotta be able to support her. Now, once I have the means of support, I can take this woman to myself. I go into her. Now I want to go further. And you should want to go further because she's your wife. And I want to make sure that when I die, she is supported of. So yes, I will go to the courts. I'll go to the courts and get papers. Go down there, sign some papers, bang. So now my wife is supported just if in case something happened to me, she has the means to take care of herself. Okay? We don't get married like the heathens. We don't get married like these people. A marriage ceremony. We can have a mishter or a gathering or a feast like Jacob did. But nobody's gonna tell me what's the word? I allow or what? I pronounce you man and wife. That was my wife before you pronounced it. You can't pronounce that to be my wife. Huh? And we don't wear wedding rings. The wedding band that's put on the index finger, that's a hieroglyphic symbol in honor of the sun god. So we don't wear rings, wedding bands and all that stuff. Not rings, we can wear rings, but we don't wear wedding bands. It's a hieroglyphic symbol towards the sun god. Look it up. Let's read. Okay, hold up. One more minute. It says the last definition for equity is free from self-interest. It's deep. I said that's deep, man. Because we can't serve the Creator only for self. Sometimes I gotta put myself to the side and think for others. Those are qualities of leaders. Those are qualities of heads. Those are qualities of kings and people and high men of renown and high regards. You're not going to always think about self. You're going to think about the people, the welfare of the people. Those are good leaders. Tom, see?
Verse 3. Thou hast proved my heart. Thou hast visited me in the night. Thou hast tried me.
You see what David said? You see what the king say? He said, thou hast proved my heart. The word for prove is in the Hebrew was it beit het nun, bachan. It means to prove. It means to try. It means to test. Now, when the Most High tried the heart and the mind of a person, yes, the Most High tries your heart and your thoughts and the mind of people by what? By demonstrating the truth or existence of something by evidence, and we still don't believe it. There have been scientists that came on the Scientist Channel, and I seen this with my Abba before he passed away. He said, called me in the room, Shama, go inside. I said, what's up, Abba? He said, man, look at this, man. Played it. Scientists discovered this, that Mount Sinai, they went, the scientist is near the mountain. He says, it seems like this mountain been on fire for a very long time. It is singed, right? He said a large amount of sulfur is on that whole mountain range. And you want to play with this Creator like this is a joke? Huh? Another thing he showed me, they showed Lot's wife in a pillar of salt over a highway held up in chains. And you want to play with this Creator? You want to play with the Most High? Like this is not real? There is no other way. There's no other way to serve the Most High but this way. Okay? Now, another thing that they found during the flood, they said they found seashells. All this was on scientists, but guess what? They don't show this over and over. They show it one time and then take it off. And then take it off. Because they're not trying to enlighten people about the truth. It said during the flood, seashells was found on the top of the mountain. Seashells. What is seashells doing on top of a mountain? That substantiated that there had been a flood at a certain point in time in history. Noah's Ark was found in Mount Ararat, stuck within the mountain. And they showed all that in the Science Channel. But we still have a problem believing that the Most High is the Creator. Let's read.
Thou hast visited me in the night. Thou hast tried me, and shalt find nothing. I am purpose that my mouth shall not transgress.
I am purpose that my mouth shall not transgress. Purpose. Zion mem mem Sophie. Zamam. It means to have on one's intentions or his objective. My objective is not to transgress the laws and the commandments of the Creator. My intention is not to transgress the laws and the commandments and the statutes of the Creator. Tamshi?
4. Concerning the works of men, by the word of thy lips I have kept me from the paths of the destroyer.
Concerning the works of men, he said, had kept me from the path of the destroyer. You right? I said, you right, because certain paths we take would take us down. Certain path we take in life that is not correlated, that is not the path of righteousness, you will go down, man. And the reason why we think the Creator is giving us a chance, but the punishment don't come right away. The punishment don't come right away. Not all the time when you violate a law, the punishment comes right away. Sometimes it comes later on in life, and you can't even pick up and depict where it's coming from. But it's coming from this, what you did before, a month ago, 2 months ago, or maybe you did something here over here. But every negative reaction is because of our wrongdoings before the Creator, before the Most High. Tamshi.
Verse 5. Hold up my goings in thy paths, that my footsteps slip not.
Hold up my goings in thy path, that my footsteps slip not. Namo num mim kolam tet shabuts. Namotu. It means to fall into error or fault. Hold up my footsteps so I don't fall into error or in fault with you, O Most High. And it also means to totter or to waver. To totter means to waver in your purpose, right? To waver in your purpose, unstable or lacking firmness. To waver means to fluctuate in opinion, allegiance, direction, or choices. Huh? So when you fluctuate, you're undecided. You're undecided, okay? You're undecided in your opinions and your choices and your allegiance. That's why you have people go and come with the Creator. You may see a brother for 2 months. Next thing, you don't see him for a month. And I say, and we have gotten real comfortable. The Most High said to congregate, right? That's what the Most High said. A holy gathering. He didn't say that you can stay home and stream. Leave the streaming for people that's far away, that can't congregate. And the only way to get in tune with the Sabbath is to stream. But if I live in an area where I can walk to a congregation or drive or something, then you should be in that congregation observing the Sabbath day, not home on a laptop streaming. That's not what the book said. That it's okay to stream on the Sabbath day. That's not what the book said. The book said have a holy gathering, assembly of people. And that's what we need to stand on. That's what we need to stand on, man. We need to stand on that. We can't change the laws and the commandments of the Creator to suit yourself or to suit you or to that one or this one. Tamshi.
Verse 6. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me, O Elohim. Incline thine ear unto me, and hear my speech. 7. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand them which put their trust in thee, from those that rise up against them. 8. Keep me as the apple of thy eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about.
From the wicked that oppresses me. See, this book shows us the character and the ways of wicked men and the things that wicked people do. The book also shows us the character of righteous men and the things that righteous men do. We need to read the book and start putting the things that the Creator has revealed to us, has showed us the way to gain his attention. We got to start following these things. Now, the word for oppress is shaduni. Shaduni in the Hebrew, it means to persecute. To persecute or to oppress. To persecute means what? To treat someone cruelly, unfairly. That's called what? A hostile treatment. And a hostile treatment is a behavior that makes a person feel unsafe, intimidated, threatened, or unwelcome. I told you, the laws of God shows us it's about a treatment. There's a treatment that comes with this. There's a mentality that comes with serving the Most High. Okay? So, go ahead, read, Tom Street.
Verse 10, they are enclosed in their own fat.
They are enclosed in their own idea. They are surrounded by their own thoughts. When you're surrounded by your own thoughts and your own ideas, you're not going to change. No matter what I tell you, no matter what I say, thou shalt, the Creator said, you ain't changing. Tom Street.
With their mouth, they speak proudly. Verse 11, they have now passed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, like as a lion, Salakali.
As a young lion, lurking in secret places.
Okay, that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O Most High, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy word, which is thy sword.
Disappoint him. The word for disappoint is kwarma. Kuf dalet mem he. Kwarma. It means to disappoint him, right? It means, and when the Creator disappoints you, it means to fail to meet the expectations of our actions that are against the Creator. To fail to meet the expectations of our actions that are against the Most High. And with that, I'm gonna say Shabbat Shalom. That's the end of the my lesson that I was gonna teach today. I hope everybody got what was brought, and I'm gonna say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat. My brother, Shabbat Shalom. Don't go nowhere though.
No, I'm here.
Don't go nowhere yet. Great lesson.
I'm here.
Great lesson. I love that energy and that passion that you bring it with. It's wonderful.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you, Prince.
Oh, absolutely, man. You my man. You know that. I want to see what the family thinks about the lesson today. See if they have any questions or comments. Anybody in the listening audience? Let's speak to Chief and see what you got for him. So we open up the floor for the family to ask questions. You can type it in the room, or you can, if you're on the screen, you can speak to the brother in the room.
First question we have.
Any questions? Any comments?
We got a question up on the screen right now, and I'm assuming it is geared towards Chief. Isn't the Torah spirituality culturally coded? Isn't the Torah spirituality or culturally coded?
What do you mean by spiritually or culturally coded?
Amy, can you get Sister Tucilia to address, please?
She's right here. She's about to respond.
What I mean is that not everything that is written you take at face value. You some things has deeper meaning than meet the eyes. So a lot of times we say that you have to take it at face value, what it says is what it says, right? So this is what the action you take is according to what you see on the surface. But some things go right beneath the surface. So can we decipher what is beneath the surface? How can we do that? That's my take on it. I'm just opening up.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
I said I'm just opening it up for discussion. That's it.
Okay. So, now the Torah, I would say, is spiritually and culturally. The Torah is also dealing with your spirit, correcting your spirit, and culturally, and certain things is deeper than what you read. Then when you read it, it is if the Creator don't open your eyes to what you're reading, then you're not going to see it and understand it. You're going to start putting your own opinions and your own terminology to what it means, but it don't have to be that. Did I answer your question?
Yes. Well, so you're saying that it's open for revelation. You have to connect with the Creator in order for Him to reveal whatever
Yes.
is needed to be revealed to you.
Yes, because sometimes I have realized that with myself, I will read something, and I've been reading this particular verse over and over for so long, and I haven't gotten it then. But by me total dedication towards the Creator, He don't open your eyes to everything immediately. You know what I'm saying? So understand. So in time, the Most High will open your eyes to certain things in the book, depending on your ferventness with the Creator, depending on you being determined with the Creator. So He open your eyes to certain things, or maybe He may allow someone else to explain certain things, and He open your eyes to see it, and you're like, yo, oh wow. Before I read it, I didn't understand it, but now, thank the Most High, I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I agree.
All right. May the Most High be praised. 5. Are there any other questions or comments, family?
We have a comment. Oh, I think that's Zakena to Celia. She's right there. But she said, instant gratification does not always result in instant retribution. We have to continually weigh our actions, good or bad.
Yeah, I like the part when he brought out the fact that the Most High doesn't always punish you right away for your doings.
That's right.
It go a week, a month, a year, but
That's
He
right.
will get you.
Yes, that's right.
And sometimes I think He don't do it right away because He wants you to build up in your arrogance. He
That's
wants you
right.
to fall as a result of the evil that you're doing.
That's right.
He will get you, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, man, that was a very good point. Very good. And it's a fact. It's true. It's true.
That's right.
Very good.
Underneath the crown. Underneath the crown says, very good lesson, my brother. She means that literally, too. Yeah, my brother. Yes.
Not see crazy. Yeah, that's my baby. That's my twin right there.
Chief, I think it was,
man, all praise.
Chief, I think it was a powerful Shalakali, Prince. I was gonna say, Chief, I think it was a powerful lesson. Powerful lesson. And I like how you expound and utilize, first of all, the Hebrew, because I'm big on the Hebrew. Utilize the Hebrew for and also other examples throughout the book to kind of
Right.
expound and relate it to today. So the message was there. It was just powerful. I appreciate it, man. It was good. You know, represent for the Shema. Represent for the Shema. You know. For those that don't know, me and him have the same name, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shalom, Chief Shema.
Shalom, sister.
I definitely enjoyed the lesson. A point Maish brought out about when you brought up the punishments. You know, we're so ready for instant retribution or punishment that we don't realize 10 years later your punishment could come and you wondering why you may have failed at something or something was removed from you or taken away. And so a lot of times I was talking to a sister the other day and she said, before I make a decision, I have to go before the Creator because I don't want to be punished by the Most High because I don't know what His punishment is going to look like or feel like and when it's going to come. You know,
that's right, Princess.
I loved the lesson. I loved everything you was, speaking on. Of course, I think you brought out some things that a lot of people are afraid to speak on, and of course I'm in the background, me and Atari texting, we talking about the civil language of you and the lessons that, the conversations that you all bring out to the masses about respect, how you revere the Most High. So many people think getting up and saying, thank you, Creator, for waking me up is the end all be all to reverence.
It's enough. Yeah, exactly.
Right? It's like you got to revere everything you do, for everything that you get and don't get.
That's right.
Because sometimes not getting something is for a reason, and it's His reason, and we have to accept it.
That's right, sis. That's right. That's right, Princess.
Thank you for bringing out just, dropping the jewels that a lot of people don't drop. And I really liked, and that's something that we do consistently here, is using the Ivrit with everything and bringing the definition, bringing out the true meaning of these words, because we get so consumed with the English version of what something means. And we already know that English is a backward language.
That's right. That's right.
So when we use our language, we get a better and a spiritual.
Clearer. That's right. That's right.
So Toda Rabbi for coming on, Toda Rabbi for bringing it. Definitely appreciate you. Ezekiel's back.
Thank you for you guys for having me here.
Absolutely.
Thank you for Nasi. Thank you for Rosh. Thank y'all.
I also wanted to say one more thing. I want to say one more thing. I like that he brought out, because Prince, y'all big on this too, but you brought out one of the advice that you gave and kind of correcting your wrong when you was talking to us and speaking and teaching is, first of all, walk it, make sure you're doing it, one, but then you mentioned fasting like twice going forward, and we know what fasting does, bringing you closer to the Most High, one, but also challenges you, it clears your mind, things of that nature. But I like that you threw that in there, is my point. Like, we always teach on moving and obeying, doing what the Most High tell you to do, which is needed, but it is a spiritual spiritual growth that's needed as well. Me and Prince was talking about yesterday.
That's right. That's right.
The fasting, I think when you brought that out, that was amazing. Not even, you didn't say one, you said two times, and then you said for the rest of your life going forward, to make up, to help assist in making up. So maybe the Most High,
that's right. That's right.
Generous, or whatever word we want to use, to you on the repercussions that might come before you later. I love that.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah, and I was supposed to mention something, but I didn't mention it, and I learned how to humble myself before the Most High. I was reading about Ahab, right? And remember when the spirit, he said, "Who shall go and be a lying spirit?" He raised his hand, and one of the spirit was, he said, "I'm gonna make," no, not that time. I'm speaking about a different time. When Ahab humbled himself, when he fasted, and he put on sackcloth. And the Most High had this hold back one of his angels. He said, hold on. He said, you don't see how he humbled himself? Sackcloth and fasted. That has an effect with the Most High.
Before me.
That's right. Before me. That's right. How he humbled himself before me. That's right. But what he did, fasting, and he put on sackcloth. Yeah. So it's these things the Most High will recognize. Most High recognize that. There's no way you fronting and you fasting. How are you fronting and I'm afflicting myself and depriving myself? Yeah.
But you know what? You bring that point. You got a good point when you say that. There's no way you fasting and afflicting yourself. If you are walking this walk and you phony, you start fasting, you won't be phony for long. That fasting will straighten you out. And you'll walk that right path. Believe me. You can be phony when you start.
That's right.
But you start that fasting will bring about a spirit on you that will straighten you right up.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now,
it does, man.
Chief, you brought out something, and I believe I understood you correctly when you jumped on this part. You mentioned how people will be sinning against the Creator and then try to shift the blame and throw the blame like it's somebody else and not them. You remember that part of your lesson?
Exactly.
Early?
Yes.
Could you elaborate a little bit about that? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
What I mean is, I'm gonna elaborate on it. We won't acknowledge. We have a hard time acknowledging our fault. And then we want to put the blame on other people of why this happened. But you did it. You did it. You the one violated. But then you want to say, because I did, the reason why I did this is because of that person or this person. No, we got to consider the Creator in everything that we do. We cannot allow our emotions to get in the way. And that's what people does. We let our emotions get in the way. And then we just react, not considering if I'm offending the Creator or if I'm offending you or the person. So.
Yeah. Accountability for your actions. You're exactly correct. And
take accountability for your actions. That's right.
A lot of people won't do that. They shift the blame.
No.
They get like was Noah. I mean, not Noah, Adam.
Right.
First thing he did was say, Creator, that woman that you gave me. Not even realize that he dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Instead of being accountable, well, Creator, I do my job. I didn't size properly. I wasn't her safety. No, Creator, it was that woman that you gave me, and then I ate.
She gave me the tree and I ate. Yeah.
We accountable, man. If more men start standing up and being accountable, our situation can change overnight.
That's right. That's right.
Our situation can change overnight. Now, but you did talk about something else that I think you did speak about something else that I think might have went over a lot of people's head. You started talking about the duties of a man when he has a wife. The distinction.
I can't hear you.
All right.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Speaking about the. Am I going out? Am I jumping out?
I hear you now. I hear you now.
You started speaking about the duties of a man when he takes a wife.
Yes.
Remember that portion?
Yes, sir.
And how you were the things that he has to have prepared even before he takes a wife.
Exactly.
A lot of males don't think like that.
No.
Go ahead, bro.
No, they don't move like that. But then you want to call her your wife. That's not your wife. You playing games. All that got to be prepared and set up before you take that woman to wife for a wife. You can't run the woman down to get EBT or welfare. Your duty is to support her. If you can't support her, then leave the woman alone. Leave her alone, man. I'm big on that, man. You come on, man. And dudes play around with that. You want to have 2 and 3 wives and you ain't got no job. You home watching the kids. The woman is outside breaking their back, working and killing themselves. That's not the setup of the Creator, man. That's not how the Most High have it set up. Yeah, man, I agree.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we need more brother self to teach, so people can hear these types of things,
Right.
and understand what the duties of manhood is about.
That's right. They don't. You're right about that. They don't understand, brother. King, Toda Rabah, thank you for having me here.
I greatly appreciate you coming. Yeah, man, the Most High be praised.
Yes.
King, Toda Rabah.
Please give Ima our love.
I definitely will. I'll tell my email you said shalom.
Shalom.
King, I definitely will.
Yeah.
King, Toda Rabah, Nasi, Shalom Rosh, Toda Rabah. King.
All right,
I was asked.
Most High be with you.
King, you too. Gamleka.
I was asked to share the video again. I didn't know if you wanted me to share it again, Prince. I know it was asked for me to share it again.
King.
Whenever you're ready, though.
Tell the robot. You can go.
All right. All right. So what I'm speaking of, people, for everyone, family, is a video on just a visual of the land that we have and some things that we're working on here at Beulah Land in Sparta, Georgia. So for those that's here, check it out and hopefully you enjoy it.
You got me. Yeah, they go to music.
All right. All right. So that was just a little video that we putting together. We're sharing with you all, the things that we're doing and the things to come. We're going to keep adding on. So I'll pass the floor back to Prince.
That was nice, Rose. That was nice. So we just to give you a little sample about what we're doing here in Beulah at Temple Kifarim. We have a school that we teach our children. We have the plans and the workings that we're putting together now for a medical center where we can teach our people holistic treatment to keep their health right, how to eat, how to live, and we will have doctors on hand or people who are learned in the trade on hand to deal with medical issues that the elderly may have. So we're building that as well. We'll be putting a cemetery on our land. We have a cemetery, the plans going together for a cemetery where we can bury our own. We're also putting a tactical center where we can train our people self-defense, how to protect themselves, especially our women, how to use weapons, how to legally and rightfully use weapons to defend themselves with so many different things that we're doing. We have a community center that we're putting in the center of the land that's going to house underprivileged people, people who don't have great wealth and substance and might be having a difficult time in life, people who are of age, 70, 80 years old, 90 years old, and have no one to care for them. We're going to have these types of things in place here, along with the housings that we'll have behind us. We have a house of worship that we already built one. Before we did anything on this land, we built that house of worship so we can give this land dedicated to the Most High first. Then we're going to build another house of worship out of brick and stone and block that's larger. And surrounding that is going to be the school facilities where we educate our children. And we have a school already up and running, so you guys are welcome to participate in that if you like. There's so many things that we're doing here. We have a retreat that we're putting in the back, campgrounds that we put in the back. We have a garden where we plant our own foods. We grow our own foods over here in the garden over there. There's a lot of things that we need. There's a lot of help that we need. But in time, the Most High will provide. He'll give us everything that we need to get these things done. But we're not just talking the talk, we walking the walk. We actually living what these scriptures say we're supposed to be doing. Right now, we got several families right out here on the land. We living right out here on the land right now. As we speak, that's where we are. On our own land that's bought and paid for, that they cannot, will not, don't take away from us because we own it. And that's the difference. What is it? How many acres of land is it, Roche?
110 acres, about.
That's a lot of land, man. 110 acres. That's a lot of land. That can house a lot of people. That can service the needs of a lot of people. But we here, family, and that's what we're doing. May the Most High be praised. And wherever you're at, whatever city you're in, whatever town you're in, you should be doing the same thing. Because the Most High says, when you go into captivity, plant ye gardens and build ye houses, because you're going to be there for a while. So if our forefathers who first learned of this 100 years ago would have began to do that without interruption of the Europeans, we will be a lot further along than where we are right now. So we here in Beulah land planting trees that we will never get to enjoy the shade of. We will never get to enjoy the shade of the trees that we're planting today by making the sacrifices that we're making so that the generations to come will have a head up in this rat race that we're in. May the Most High be praised. Toda Rabbah. Do we have anybody to close us out with a prayer? All right, let's go.
I'll do it.
All righty.
Oh, Heavenly Father, power of all powers, we come to you humbly, prostrating ourselves, asking for permission to approach unto your throne. Thank you, Most High, for allowing us to come before you in the different places that we are dwelling in at this time. Thank you, Most High, for allowing us to sit and hear the word that you brought forward for us today in both of our lessons today. The laws and the statutes and commandments that we must adhere to on a daily. Thank you, Most High, for allowing the Morim to bring out lessons that so many try to run away from, but that would help us to be better servants unto you, O Creator, better servants to one another, and just better people altogether, O Most High. Most High, we ask you to please forgive us for any and all iniquities that we have done against you, O Most High. Please, O Most High, forgive us for all our sins, knowingly and unknowingly, Most High. Most High, we ask that you be with all those who are unable to call upon you at this time, O Most High. We ask that, O Most High, that you be with the unsheltered, that you be with those who are in prison unjustly, that you be with the sick and the shut in, O Most High, that you be with the fatherless and the widow. And if it be your will, O Most High, free those who are unjustly in prison. Heal the sick, O Most High, and cover all of those who are in need of covering, O Creator. O Most High, we ask that you continue to bless each and every one of us on this platform today. We ask, O Most High, that you heal us from any ailments that we have inside of us, O Most High, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, or financial, O Most High. O Most High, we ask that you bless all of our children, O Most High. Those who are in the womb, O Most High, and those who are in the adult stages of their life, O Most High. Be with each and every one of them, O Most High, as they walk out into the world. Keep them, O Most High, on your path, O Creator. Be with our children that are living with parents who do not follow this way of life, O Most High. But the children yearn for you, O Creator. Watch over them, O Most High. Hold their heads up and hold their hands, O Most High, so that they know that you are forever present, O Most High. Most High, we ask that you be with all those who are in mourning at this time, O Creator. All those who have lost, whether it be yesterday, today, or so far in the past. There's never a time limit on mourning, O Creator. But be with all of our spirits, O Most High. Strengthen us, comfort us. Keep us, O Most High. And keep the memories of those that we love alive through our actions, our righteous actions, to show what they have taught us, O Creator. Most High, we ask that you be with our elders that are still present with us, O Most High. And give us, O Most High, the knowledge and understanding to go before their feet and ask them, O Most High, of the things that they are the only able to teach us, O Most High. Most High, we ask that you continue to be with our community here in Beulah land. We ask, O Most High, as you have done and you have shown us, to correct us swiftly, O Creator. Weed out the wickedness, O Most High, and keep us on your path. And if we go to the right or the left, O Most High, that you correct us and allow us to go straight forward once again. We ask, O Most High, that the vision that you have placed in our minds and in our hearts is being fulfilled through our actions, through our mouths, through our walk, O Creator, through our touch, O Most High. Most High, we thank you once again for bringing us through another Shabbat day, for allowing us to congregate with our brothers and sisters, and for allowing us to feel one another in the different ways that we're able to feel each other, O Most High. Most High, we thank you, we honor you, and we glorify your high and holy name. Unto you and you alone do we give our honor and praise. Toda Rabbah, Most High. Toda Abi, Abi, Toda Rabbah. Selah.
Thank you all for coming out. May the Most High be with you all. Creator willing, we'll see you all again next Shabbat. Toda Rabbah, Toda Rabbah, Toda Rabbah. Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom.